Hey, what's going on, guys? Team Fusion here, back with another video. And in today's video, I have my heroic deck, which does include the new heroic support that we got in Dimension Force. Personally, I've always liked the heroic archetype, and I was happy when we got new support. New support kind of helps out with your OTK strategy. The new Xyz monster can double attack. And anyway, let's get into it. Starting things off, I run 3 copies of Heroic Challenger Morningstar. Morningstar has a spec effect. If you control 2 warrior or more warrior monsters, you can spec him from your hand. And when he's summoned, you can add any heroic spell or trap from your deck to your hand. And he also has an effect. If your life points are 500 or less, you can special summon him from your graveyard, just to help you with your Xyz plays. Next up, I run 3 copies of Heroic Challenger Knuckle Sword. Knuckle Sword also has a spec effect, where if you control a heroic monster except for level 1, you can special summon him from your hand. And when he is summoned, you can augment levels. Either you can change his level to 4, or another heroic monster's level to 1. So you can Xyz summon either a rank 1 or a rank 4 from your extra deck. Next up, I run 3 copies of Heroic Challenger Thousand Blades. And basically what Thousand Blades does is, in attack mode, you can discard a heroic card and change him to defense mode and spec a heroic monster from your deck. Now, that's not a hard once per turn, so you can, summon him, change him to defense mode, spec another Thousand Blades, and just keep repeating that until you have multiple monsters. He also has an effect in the graveyard, where if you take any battle damage, you can spec him from the graveyard. Next up, I run 3 copies of Heroic Challenger Assault Halberd. Basically, he has a Cyber Dragon effect, where if you control no monsters and your opponent controls a monster, you can spec him from your hand. He also has an effect where if you deal battle damage with him, you can search any heroic card. That effect doesn't really come up that often. Next up, I run 3 copies of Heroic Challenger Double Lance. When Double Lance is normal summon, you can special summon another Double Lance from your hand or graveyard. Next up, I run 3 copies of Heroic Challenger Extra Sword. And when Extra Sword is used for an Xyz summon, the Xyz monster you summon using him gains 1,000 extra points. Getting into the 2-ofs, I run only 2 Heroic Challenger Sword Shield. Now what Sword Shield does is you can discard him, and then for the rest of that turn, your heroics cannot be destroyed by battle, nor do you take any battle damage for that turn, which can really help if your OTK strat does not go as planned. And I'll explain that later. And as the only one of, I run 1 Heroic Challenger Warhammer. Now you don't really tribute summon him that much, so you're either going to discard him through an effect, or you're going to summon him through the effect of Thousand Blades. And what he does is when he destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can equip that opponent's monster to him, and he gains that attack. Getting into the spell cards, I run 3 copies of Heroic Envoy. Basically, it's a Rhoda. You can add any heroic monster from your deck to your hand, and it has a graveyard effect. If your life points are 500 or less, you can banish this card from your graveyard and add a heroic card from your graveyard to your hand. Next up, I run 3 Heroic Chance. Heroic Chance basically just target a heroic monster and double its attack points, which that card's kind of crucial if you want to go for the OTK. Getting into the 1-ofs, I run 1 Reinforcement of the Army for Monster Search, 1 MST and 1 Cosmic Cyclone for back row removal, 1 Monster Reborn for Revival, 1 Double Summon just in case you need that extra summon, Forbidden Lance, and you don't have to run this, I do for fun, but I run Magnum Shield. It's an equip spell. Basically, you can equip it to a warrior monster, and it gains attack equal to its defense or defense equal to its attack, depending on its battle mode. Getting into the trap cards, another card you don't really have to run, but I run it for fun. 3 copies of Heroic Retribution Sword. Basically, you can equip it to a heroic monster. Your opponent takes any battle damage that you do as well. So basically, you can use this to cause draws, and any monster that battles the equipped monster is destroyed. But I mainly like to use it just so I can cause a draw, because I think that's just funny. I run 2 copies of Heroic Advance. So pretty much if your heroic monster battles, you can change the target to another heroic monster you control, and that heroic monster gains double its attack. So you can use it to, But unfortunately, your monster, no monsters in that battle are destroyed. Okay, so last trap, again, I only run this trap for fun. 1 Battle Guard Howling. Yeah, I run that. I'm not ashamed. Getting into the extra deck, I run 1 Heroic Challenger Excalibur. This is your OTK piece. Basically, you detach 2 materials to double its attack. I run 1 of the new Heroic Champion Clive Solish. Basically, you can pay all but 500 of your life points, and during the battle phase, you can double the attack points of one of your heroics. So, Clay of Soulish, Heroic Champion Excalibur, doubles attack to 8,000, use Heroic Chance to double it to 16,000. But that's why Sword Shield can be important, just in case, you pay all but 500 of your life points, and it doesn't work. I run one copy of the new Rank 1 Heroic Champion Yarn Graper. So pretty much it has protection for all of your warriors. Once per turn, if they were to be destroyed by battle or card effect, they're not. You can detach two materials from him. Target a heroic in your graveyard, revive it, and he gains that monster's attack points. And this can help you recover once you use Clay of Soulish, because when a battle involving your opponent's monster, you gain half that monster's attack as life points. So you can use that to, get back life points and, not die. I run one Heroic Champion, Gondiva. Once your opponent summons or special summons a monster, you can attach material and destroy that. It doesn't negate it though, so if it has any effects upon summon, they're gonna go off. I run one Heroic Champion, Kusanagi. He requires 3 level 4s, but his effect is he can negate a trap and gain 500 attack points, which can be useful. I've discovered that can be. And yes, I'm fully aware that this next card is banned for good reason, but I do run the one Heroic Champion Rongo Miniad. So pretty much, funny story. He gains effects based on how many Xyz materials he has. So if he has 1, he can't be destroyed by battle. 2, he gains 1,500 attack and defense. 3, he's unaffected by card effects. 4, your opponent cannot normal or special summon monsters. 5, you can destroy all cards your opponent controls. Yeah, he's banned for good reason. I run him because it's a heroic deck. I understand that card's banned, and he's fun, especially when you can swarm the field and just drop a 5 overlay Rongo.
I hate that.
Yeah, me too. Alright, that was my heroic deck profile. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload. If you want, you can throw a comment down in the comment section below, and I will respond. Thanks. Bye.